Hello everybody and welcome back to Rule the Waves 2. So, hopefully in this part the battle will, or the war will end. I expected it to end last part, but evidently that was not going to be the case. So let's try again. Like I said last part, I think the British are pretty much the only ones who will be able to recover from this war. Italy I do not expect to ever be able to recover. Admittedly, Italy is not a particularly major power anyway. Particularly when controlled by the AI, so yeah. You're not going to give me that. You may give me this. Yep, you are. I need to sink transports, and all I've got are well, I was about to say all I got are destroyers. That's not true. I do have a light cruiser. A crappy old Olympia. And of course we're fighting at night, which is preferable, so let's try to just sink all their stuff as quickly as possible. Oh shit, you guys are going the wrong way, which I kind of already knew. Need to sink their damn destroyers. There's a light cruiser of theirs, that's probably also a light cruiser. Nope, that was also actually a destroyer apparently. That is going to be the transports I need to sink. But unless I can destroy these destroyers and light cruiser, preferably in a reasonable amount of time. Why are you not turning? I'm telling you to turn, damn you. Your rudder is jammed center. Okay. I guess I could forgive you for this. Oh, you're gonna sink. That yeah. This is an old Olympia. You know, I'm not too surprised it ain't doing so hot in combat anymore. So, there it goes. I just think how many? 6? Yeah, I think we can do that. You guys go down here. Focus on the 4 that are down here, maybe 5. Because maybe we're just not seeing one of them, I'm not sure. It's 1, 2, 3. There we go. Ooh, okay. Cushing, you took a shot to yours, didn't you? Well, I can't see because your damn flag's in the way, but yes. I should have probably turned together for that, so you guys would actually get that shot off, but oh well. Keep hitting that large merch until it sinks. Erickson, I'm probably going to tell you to break off, actually, because, yeah, you're not going to... You kind of suck at the whole leading these guys right now thing, so break off. Hand command over to the Stret, and you try to make your way to the Philippines. Go at a nice slow 10 knots. Well, not necessarily slow, but, you know, a little slower than max speed. You guys don't need to do turn together right now. And never mind, Erickson's gonna sink anyway. That guy's gonna sink. Holy smoke, full speed. That's gonna be 4. That's the light cruiser. Nope, maybe not. There it is. Stret, before you do that. Torpedo. Hopkins. You don't have an arc. I don't want you to... No, that's too far. I want something that's like basically 90 degrees. Because that's the only thing that's going to have any chance of hitting, is something that's like 90 degrees from the Hopkins. We're just gonna say screw it, fire everything you got. That spread should force it to, in theory, no matter what, it would get hit. Or at least it's gonna force it to turn in a direction that hopefully will increase your chance of getting a hit. No idea if those hit. But now we're all out of torpedoes and you guys are gonna die, so just get the fuck out of there. We're not gonna succeed here. We sunk 4, but yeah, no. It gave us a shitty light cruiser, which granted is there because I put it there. Because it still had a chance of being useful. But yeah, no, it had no hope of survival. And that royally screwed us. If we had a better cruiser there, we had a half-decent shot of success. Or, you know, if our fucking torpedoes would have just hit. But that didn't happen, so yeah. Another win for the British, and a bunch of crappy, well, not necessarily crappy actually, but older destroyers sunk. The British are surprisingly able to field a military here in Southeast Asia for some reason. I really don't think they should be able to be honest. Their forces should all be focused in Northern Europe and the North American East Coast. So this should have literally just been a case of walk in and get a free victory. I don't really care about that stuff. Yay! Centerline torpedoes on ships up to 3,500 tons, which are basically just more light cruisers. And again, our guys suck at the whole invading Nova Scotia thing, so that's the thing we're gonna have to deal with. In the meantime, let's, I guess, continue our invasions in the Caribbean. Go ahead. Let's get these done. So I don't have to deal with them in the future. I know, game, I know. I've got some older stuff here that needs to get replaced, but I can't really do it. Let's go ahead and build 2 of the Hurons. Which I think I already had a design called the Huron before. Oh no, there was a ship. One of the Pueblos was a Huron, but we haven't actually had a design that is the Huron. And the game is finally starting to equip radar onto destroyers. Ah, you're gonna force me to fight this. Okay, well, I think we should be able to win this, I say. The enemy has torpedo bombers, which is annoying, but our dreadnoughts have pretty decent heavy A factor when they're together. Don't know why the New Mexico and Colorado are not grouped into one unit, but they, for some reason, aren't. This battle is, I assume, just to try and sink as much of their stuff as we can, because we don't have an exact objective. So we'll just continue with this current heading. Unknown ship spotted, there we go. Let's get these guys up there. A little too far back. You guys regroup. There's their battle line. They have 3 dreadnoughts. I have 2, but I think my 2 should be better than the 3 they have, even if they are a little bit older Wyomings. And some older battle cruisers. I do still think that I should have better ships than they do. And that is, I think, a destroyer. That's a Rodney. That is very old. Yeah, that's a destroyer. Is that all you have? I highly doubt that. Your thing also listed like AMCs, and I'm pretty sure there was also a Corvette. Or not a Corvette, a cruiser in there as well. That's also an older design, the Benbow, and another Rodney. Yeah, our guys should be able to deal with that fairly easily. Also, our guys have decent accuracy, right? Yeah, because our guys have some crew quality, which is helping them a little bit. Not by much. And I guess any ships that are in your way also decrease your accuracy, so that's kind of why you have to broadside. You guys deploy smoke. I saw that the Wyoming was getting a one-ship fouling targeting or something like that, which I assume was Minnesota was in the way, so it wasn't quite able to accurately fire. One of the turrets is disabled on the lead Rodney, which is always helpful. It's one less gun firing at us right now. Oh, and the Tucker just... Okay. Get the Tucker out of... and of course, it hasn't been badly damaged enough, so I can't actually tell it to break off. And we destroyed one of the turrets on the second Rodney. Yeah, I know. I want to break the Tucker off, but it's not badly damaged enough, so I can't. Got hit on one of the Rodneys. Which one? It was the lead. Didn't do anything. Yeah, those guys are a little slow. It's going to take them a while to get over here, especially since the enemy is about the same speed as those battle cruisers. And the lead Rodney has got one of his forward guns back up, and the Tucker is dead in the water. So, any torpedoes you can fire? Nope. Yeah, you're gonna sink. I'm just gonna tell you that now, Tucker. There's no way in hell you survive. Especially if your engine is completely wiped out. Which is the case for you. Now, I would prefer for you, if you don't mind, to fire on the destroyer. The simple reason that you guys aren't going to do a whole hell of a lot. Even though you're the newer Houstons, I'm pretty sure you're going to have a hard time pinning 11 inches of belt armor and 11.5. I mean, you might be able to. Yeah, in theory you might be able to. Because again, my understanding is these are plus minus 20%. This is sort of the average between that. So you might be able to, maybe, if you close to 5,000. But I wouldn't really plan on it. Tucker, if you ever manage to get your engines back up. Really? None of you guys have an arc? I find that highly unlikely. You should have literally something. It may not be a good arc, but you should have something, I would think. And the Jacob Jones is going to break off. Realistically, I should probably just break the Wadsworth off too, because screw it, it ain't going anywhere. Especially not on its own, it's not going to do much. Yeah, you're just going to go ahead and break off on your own as well. And here comes the enemy torpedo bombers. I think they're going for this group out here. Or evidently not. They're going for Cruiser Division 18, which is those guys. Which annoyingly is screwing with my dreadnoughts. I guess it's gonna break off and head east. Okay, Lead Rodney is taking a beating. You managed to get your engine back up, so go ahead, turn. Yeah, we really screwed with the Lead Rodney. Don't know what happened with their destroyers, though, because there's no good reason for why they did what they did. For some reason they broke up. I have no idea why. And they kind of screwed with my destroyers as well. My dreadnoughts, damn it. As well, we've lost some guns on them. And the Wyoming has taken quite the beating, along with the Minnesota, which is going to break off. Minnesota is definitely getting out of there. Wyoming is gonna try and keep the fight for a bit longer. But I think it's gonna have to be left up to the battle cruisers, which are crappy and are not designed in any way for fighting this type of stuff. And Minnesota just took a torpedo. Means it's gonna have to slow down. And it's probably gonna sink because of flooding. Full speed. Oh, and you also now have a fire as well, just to make matters even worse. Yeah, Minnesota's probably gonna sink. I don't see it making it. And the Jacob Jones engine is now knocked out. I don't know why it took a hit that knocked out its engines, but it did. And Wyoming just took a torpedo as well. Now it's gonna have to slow down. That Benbow is gonna be a real annoyance. What the hell is the Colorado doing? Yep, Wyoming is sinking. Wyoming took some more torpedoes. And the other Minnesota's now sunk as well. And you guys have managed to completely fuck yourselves. For some reason, I don't know why you guys are worrying about avoiding torpedoes, but you are, because reasons. And you might have actually had some half-decent shots if you hadn't fucking done that. If you guys hadn't gone and tried to avoid torpedoes that were unlikely to ever hit you in the first place, you might have actually had a shot. And I hate it when the game does that, where it decides to not pause. That is a very annoying issue that happens sometimes. Okay, you're gonna sink, so I need to go for the other Rodney now. Your engine is fucked. Stret, quit it. Just keep going north. God damn it, Stret. You just had to fucking do that, didn't you? Of course, you just don't have an arc because reasons. Also, that is some BS accurate fire for shooting at a destroyer, guys. That is some royal BS. There is no fucking way you're getting that accurate of a shot. Whatever, we sunk one of theirs, but we lost two of ours because reasons. Fucking torpedoes. From torpedo bombers that we have yet to research, despite the fact that it is 20 some odd fucking years later. That is some BS. At some point, the game really needs to just say, okay, you haven't gotten this technology. You should have already had it. And so at some point it should basically just guarantee that you get that technology. You know, as some sort of, maybe after 5 years of the technology becoming available, if you don't have it yet, you start getting a ticking increasing chance of getting the tech. That's the way I see it. That's the way that should work. Just so that you're never left without an early technology. Like torpedo bombers from 1917 when it's 1942. Because that's BS. It really fucking is. There is no reason for me not to have torpedo bombers. But I just don't. Because reasons. I'm going to take these Wyomings and I'm going to send them to Southeast Asia. Because I need more stuff in Southeast Asia, apparently. Anything in the Caribbean that needs rebuilds that can manage to go through it right now because there's no combat going on there. Or at least there's unlikely to be any combat going on there. Answer to that would look to be no. No, not halt, damn it. Accelerate, get that down to 18 months. I know, game. I'm trying to work on that. Really? Okay, I don't know why they're giving me this battle. They don't have anything here. But, okay, whatever, game. You do you. Literally the only thing I frickin' need to send down there is the battle cruisers, pretty much. Anything else is just going to try, in theory, to minimize the risk of me losing the battle cruisers to the aircraft that you're going to be launching from the airbase there. Although admittedly that's apparently going to be dive bombers or medium bombers, so dive bombers are your most effective, and those are typically the easiest to break off an engagement of. Those are definitely both corvettes. We already know that. We're gonna go ahead and sink those guys. Oh, look at that. You're not actually gonna be able to launch those dive bombers now, because it's night. So, yeah, this is so freaking easy now. You focus on sinking those guys. Other guys, everyone else is gonna basically keep heading east, because that'll get them into these transports that are supposedly over there. Oh, the game frickin' gave me the Rhode Island as well. Not that I need it. Overkill for this. You come to a stop. Because you're not going to get hit by anything. That destroyer is going to be sunk shortly. Or at least it should be. I mean, I'm 90% certain that that actually hit game. But for some reason, apparently, we just decided, nope, never mind. Oh, really? We already blew it up. Well, that was fast. Okay. Keep blowing shit up, I guess. There you go. That guy's gonna sink. Leave him. Go north. You guys keep going north. You, north. You went a little too to the west. What are you doing? You're not supposed to be... Okay, you are AI controlled. You guys are probably not going to be able to find these guys, so screw it, just head back to port. Minimize the risk of you, when day breaks, you guys get attacked. Or maybe not, because as it turns out, we now have radar contact. Send the destroyers, that's more than enough for transports, and that's all that should be. Everybody else is going to head home. Or at least roughly in the direction of home. That's an enemy. There you go. God damn, that took longer than it should have. Okay, now in theory there were two. We have two different reports. I don't know if there actually are in fact two. There is always the possibility that there was only the one, and it was reported twice by two different flights. I'm just going to assume that's the case. Because it really doesn't matter to me, in the grand scheme of things. I don't know what you're doing. You're supposed to be sticking with the Lexingtons in theory, but you are very clearly failing to do that if that's what you're trying to do. Okay. Yep, everybody just go into port. Just go into port. I literally said yes to all, game. You should just remember that. No, there's no reason for you to do that, Rhode Island. Literally none whatsoever. I thought I told you guys to go south, but maybe I didn't. There we go. Now you're allowed to go and do your own thing. Which is going to present some issues, potentially. Never mind. They had another corvette that was there, and some more land targets. Really? You... Oh, those are probably the guys down here, I assume, right? Or do you count the air bases as land targets? Because I'm pretty sure I can't shoot at them. I'm surprised there's enemy fortifications for heavy fighting in New Providence, to be honest. The Houston hit a mine. Sunk an enemy sub. You guys are going to need rebuilds. The ones in the Caribbean can probably get it without any real issue. While you guys continue fighting there, I'm going to go ahead and... So let's go ahead and finish mopping up the Caribbean. So we'll go ahead and launch an invasion of Trinidad as well. I don't think the game gave us a report on Hong Kong, how the combat's going there, so maybe it's doing fine, maybe it's not. It's anyone's guess. Are you gonna actually give me this, or... Yes, you are. God damn it. I was hoping you wouldn't. Luckily, night's just about to fall, so you're not gonna be able to launch anything. The cruiser action. In theory, the enemy should only have cruisers. Maybe a battle cruiser, potentially. Although, I don't have any of my battle cruisers, though I also don't have any in this region, so that's probably why. Shouldn't, but in theory, it should just be... Okay, that's not going to be a dreadnought. I'm 90% certain that that's probably a battle cruiser. It's still going to hurt like hell. You're not going to do anything, guys. None of you are going to do anything. Fire those. Maybe they hit, maybe they don't. That's actually a CL. Wow, that was... We were way off game. You were calling that a dreadnought. I don't know how you managed to screw that up so badly. But somehow you did. You guys leave. And he's slightly faster than us. These are the old Cincinnatis upgraded to have dual gun secondaries, which helps a little bit. But not tons. Oh, you guys have torpedoes. I did not realize that. That's what I get for not paying attention to these older designs. That flooding has to get under control. Slow down. I mean, they have torpedoes, obviously. We took a hit to a torpedo. We took a hit from a torpedo, rather. Okay, you're firing on your own, because of course you are, and somehow no hits. Seriously, none. How? How the hell do you have absolutely 0 hits there? Okay, well, it doesn't matter now. Because he's dead in the water. Cincinnati's gonna come in and fire. That should finish you off. You know, assuming they don't just mystically go under the hull. Like they, I guess, did. Lemmy's gonna fire its other set. Again, you only take 1 hit because apparently our guys just suck with aiming torpedoes at light cruisers. I'm not sure why, but our guys could not hit the broadside of a barn with a torpedo if that barn is in the shape of a light cruiser. You're gonna sink. All your guns are disabled. Presumably you're the only ship they have. Nope, apparently you're not. Okay, well, I'm getting the hell out of here. Before you sink any of my shit. Did you get that flooding under control? Not quite. You still got some. Once you get it fully under control, you can speed up. Let's just get the hell out of here. They had a Corvette somewhere. Oh, not that far away. I probably would have spotted if I cared to, but I had no idea what the hell else they had. Only the Navy can win this. Give me money. Continue to have issues in Nova Scotia. Enemy sub sunk one of my Corvettes. I'm gonna have to build more of my newer Corvettes. But I still need more money to be able to do that. Game again did not give us any update on the battle fighting in Hong Kong, so again I have no idea how that's going. Okay, they have declined battle. I know. Don't let them off lightly. Sunk an Italian Corvette. Fighting continues in Nova Scotia, but it again did not give us updates on the other regions, so no idea. And we are not launching an invasion of Trinidad yet. But we should be. Just get it over with, guys. Ah, shit, they're gonna actually fight that. No, I don't want to. They only have aircraft here, so that... Really? Oh god, it's this type of fucking thing again. Okay. Yep, sure. Go ahead. Launch them. There's no reason to, because you're not going to find any enemies. But just screw it. Whatever. You'll find transports. The enemy doesn't have actual ships here. You go for those transports. The Rhode Island will go after, which, for whatever reason, the Rhode Island is Italian colors. You don't need to do manual targeting. If you see them, just shoot at them. Okay, our estimates were off. We did not estimate they had any Corvettes, but apparently they do. Our guys apparently really suck at this whole properly estimating the enemy forces thing. Okay, that one is dead. And that one is now also dead in the water. You should be able to knock out that bombardment target relatively quickly. I'm going to have you sail around the outside. That was fast. In theory, that's the range of your main guns, but I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to fire at the airbase. Maybe if it's within spotting range, let's see if the battle cruisers can fire at it. If they get closer, but I don't think they will be able to. Pretty sure you're not allowed to actually shoot at those, annoyingly enough. Everybody else, go to Miami. It's about time to just turn around and start leaving. We're not going to bother with the whole trying to chase after everything. We completed the objective, sunk some more of their Corvettes. That transport's going to die. Let's just get out of here before they start swarming us with dive bombers. And our guys proceed to suck at shooting them down. Hopefully our guys succeed in taking New Providence soon, so we don't have to fight here, and we can move on to Trinidad. Although they seem to be taking their sweet time with planning that invasion. Yep, yes to all. Just everybody go into port. Let's get out of here. I said yes to all. Oh, probably because it's only looking at the force, and some of those guys were labeled as being part of the scout force. Langley's in the yard with engine troubles, and set back in figuring out the concept of later air-launched torpedoes, but we still don't have early, and our forces in Hong Kong were repulsed, but we finally took Nova Scotia. I'm kind of okay with that. So our guys are trying to figure out later air-launched torpedoes, which will improve the reliability, I think, of our air-launched torpedoes. But that will not give us torpedo bombers, I'm pretty sure. I mean, it might, but I don't think it will. I find it unlikely that it would. Well, okay, so we failed in Hong Kong. But we took Nova Scotia, which means I can now invade Newfoundland. Which honestly, I don't even need to take Newfoundland. It's 20 base capacity, and then whatever Bermuda is, which I think is like... Bermuda's 50, which is actually kind of surprising for such a small island. But whatever. I don't really need to take those, to be honest. They can't really field any particularly large navy now here in the North American East Coast, so I'll just let them off the hook there. Let's focus on Trinidad. Those 4 CVLs, I think I'm going to take them and ship them to Southeast Asia, where they can hopefully do something productive. Maybe. You shouldn't give me that. And yes, Italy's fascist, so... There goes Italy declaring this is a total war, and so Italy's unlikely to leave anytime soon. Torpedo mounts are way less, which is nice. Apparently the enemy dominates the seas around Guam. There we go, taking New Providence. Trinidad delayed due to unfavorable weather. The enemy apparently controls the seas around Bougainville. I won't fault you on the Bougainville one, guys. Guam, however... I'm inclined to fault you on Guam. Oh, damn. Italy actually apparently has a pretty decent fleet down here. Relatively, considering how small the fleets actually are in Southeast Asia. But they actually have some stuff here. So that's... yeah, okay. Okay, well, since in theory there shouldn't be much fighting now going on in the North American East Coast, we can do this. And yes, the ship is now considered slightly overweight because it has radar, which does actually have a weight requirement. Yeah, that's a thing. So... that's the reason why it's slightly overweight now. I can fix this if I really care to, which I kind of do. I'm not going to send you for a full rebuild, though. That's... no. That is way too much. Is there any way I can do this without... because I'd have to basically get rid of all of your normal AA, and even that doesn't really do much. Yeah, that maxes out at 4, that's what I thought. I can bulge you, which gives you quite a bit of extra, which I don't really want to do. Replace machinery gives... you know what, I might do the replace machinery, screw it. Okay, I cannot up your speed, however. And yeah, you cap out at that. I can give you some tertiaries. You cap out at 30 guns, which is there. There we go. That gives you a little bit extra heavy AA factor, 39 up to 50, which is okay. Can I increase those? I could, but that puts you overweight again. If I don't give you the tertiaries, however, I can do that, which I'm okay with. Let's upgrade the Minneapolises. There shouldn't be any fighting there. Yeah. Cruiser action. I'm gonna say no while we wait for our other ones. Our guys are sucking in... Well, where would we... I don't think there is any active fighting anywhere. Okay, better light and medium AA, and better radar. And Boeing has an improved model of the Catalina. Little bit... Actually, that's a decent amount of improvement to speed, actually, and range. The weapons loadout stays the same. I'll take that again. Apparently the enemy has a lot of stuff around Guam, which I'm surprised by, but so be it. So our guys should be slapping the better radar on now. Coastal raid. God, no, I don't want to fight that. I don't want to fight that. Examination of captured enemy munitions has helped our research in explosive shells. Really? You have an uncertainty of our superiority in the Caribbean. Did they send a bunch of stuff there? No. How the hell do you have an uncertainty? There's a corvette. You have a dreadnought and 2 battle cruisers, 6 armored cruisers, and 11 destroyers. You can take Trinidad, no problem. Whatever, game. We just keep waiting, I guess. Insufficient force superiority is BS. Sunken enemy sub with a flying boat. Okay, now they actually have a fleet there. So we're going to take 2 of these Californias, ship them to the Caribbean. Also, they should be over their base cap, I would expect. They have 32. I highly doubt they're actually able to field 2 dreadnoughts, a battle cruiser, an armored cruiser, a light cruiser, 3 CVs, 3 CVLs, 2 AMCs, an AV, and 7 destroyers there, without suffering penalties. So, yeah. Those guys are probably just passing through, would be my guess. Now, I would think they would not be allowed to use the Panama Canal because we're at war, so they should be going around South America, in theory. So, let's take a look at this. They have a single corvette in the South American East Coast. What do they have next turn? Yes, 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 yes. Nice. No, they actually stayed there. Interesting. Again, they should not be able to field all that stuff there with a base capacity of 32. But maybe the AI doesn't play by the same rules, which would not surprise me in the least, to be honest. I'm going to halt the construction of 1 of the Hurons while we wait for the Minneapolises to finish their rebuild. I'm going to set my subs to fleet support so they hopefully sink more enemy ships. I mean, okay game, good for you. What the hell do you want me to do about that? Okay. Sure. Drop that down to 10 because for some reason you added an extra. And Nassau is also apparently over it because reasons. I don't know why you're doing this game. Okay, now they've left. Okay, game estimates are... Okay, a single CL. You know, they shouldn't have anything here. I'm surprised I maybe need to fight this, but whatever. And that should be it. I would think. Maybe it's not, but I would think that would be it. Those are mine. That's definitely not mine. I need you to identify that. Also, we have a decent amount of time until daylight, so come on, guys. Oh, Jesus Christ, I got a good shot in on the Henley. Henley's gonna try and break off. Hopefully it succeeds. Yep, it's gonna succeed because now it's focusing on the Barry and the Patterson. You guys deploy smoke. Oh, Barry. Can you get a torpedo? Nope, you're as good as done. Okay, Lexington took a torpedo, but you know, that's the advantage of torpedo protection. I don't know what we actually have on the Lexingtons, but they have torpedo protection. I'm fairly certain of that. So that torpedo did basically nothing, and it's dead. Fire a torpedo into it just to make sure. Barry, do you have any hope of survival? Maybe. Okay, well, in theory, my guys, this should just end now, pretty much. Because that Cleopatra ain't going anywhere anytime soon. One more torpedo, and I'm gonna tell the Patterson to go home, I think. Oh yeah, and that just took all three. Barry's gonna try to make it home, but I don't think it's particularly likely that it's gonna get that flooding under control. Our guys keep spotting our friendly ones, which is screwing with us. Oh, Barry managed to get the flooding under control. Good for you. That's actually somewhat surprising. No, damn transports. Why are you being shocked? I know, there's an unidentified ship here. Oh no, whatever shall you do? I don't know. Ignore it, because it's good as dead. There you go. See? It's sunk now. I need to go and find you guys again. Make sure you don't get attacked by something else. And Henley's sinking. It tried to escape, but it wasn't quite able to. It also may have been going too fast. I'm not quite sure what the speed was on it. 10 knots? I mean, maybe? I think you just weren't able to get your flooding under control. What are you guys doing? Why are you running away? There's no reason to be running. None, literally, at all. Nothing should be attacking you guys. See? Friendly. So let's try this again, guys. Go south. God, this is gonna be a pain, isn't it? I'm just gonna tell pretty much all of the... Yeah, I'm gonna tell my destroyers and dreadnoughts to go home. And the battle cruisers as well. We'll just leave this up to the normal cruisers to finish this off, because I shouldn't need anything else. And I just don't feel like dealing with the mess that is managing all these guys. Nope. No, no, don't bother. There's literally no reason to do that. You guys are perfectly fine. Without launching your search aircraft. Luckily, day's finally gonna break. So, you guys can finally stop running around like chickens with their head cut off. Because you keep getting radar contacts. Oh, damn it, select you. I think these guys are going at about 10 knots. It might be slower than that, but I think 10 is about what they're going. Eight, actually, it looks like. You turn in. You actually speed up just a little bit so you get in there. Are they speeding up now? They are. 12 knots is actually their max. You go to cruising speed while you try to catch up. Okay, now you slow down to 12. And here we go. You guys are gonna make landing. We're gonna succeed. You guys should be able to take this very quickly, right? Because there's literally no reason that you guys shouldn't be able to take this very quickly. At least as I would expect it. There shouldn't really be any significant defenses in the Caribbean, especially at this point. Especially since also they shouldn't have particularly high morale, I would expect. The war ain't going so hot for them. I mean, it could be going better for me, certainly, but it still ain't going super well for them. What the hell? Oh, okay. Lexington apparently is getting stuck on one of our mines. And the Barry was sunk. Somehow I lost two. Oh yes, yeah. So the Barry was sunk. Because it got torpedoed on the while disengaging, and then the Henley sunk because it took those hits from the Cleopatra class. Annoyingly, I should not have had to fight that realistically. That should have just been as a result of our superiority type thing, but whatever. Let that keep going. Are you gonna actually fight me? No, I thought so. Congress, actually in this case not Parliament, gives me more money. Oh, we're trying to figure out 6-inch auto loaders, which is nice. Close to mastering deck edge lifts, which I don't know off the top of my head actually what those do. Or if they even work, because again, some of the stuff doesn't actually work quite yet. Some of the tech is in there, it's just non-functional. At least as far as I can tell. Also, now that I have some more budget, let's kick the research back up to 12%. Oh, you are actually going to probably fight this, aren't you? No, you're not. Okay, that's fine with me. Yeah, Germany, I could use some more money. Deck edge lifts. Okay, yeah, improves rating times of aircraft. Are you keeping those guys here? Well, they look to be, some of them passed through. I swear you had some dreadnoughts in there estimated, but it's also possible that was, again, just inaccurate information. I don't see, outside of Northern Europe, which I don't know how many you had there previously. You didn't have any that were there before. You know, I could very easily blockade the Mediterranean if I had any, or the Italians if I had any fleet bases in the Mediterranean, but I don't, because Germany doesn't have any, and the French aren't in the war. That's my timer. Let's go ahead, I think we'll do one more turn, and then we'll end this part here. Yep, still no torpedo bombers. Are you gonna actually fight this? Because if so, we're gonna be ending this part in the middle of a fight. Nope, you don't fight it. You didn't fight me before, are you gonna fight me again? Nope. Estimated? Oh, no, screw that shit. I ain't fighting this one anyway. Baffled by problems, better control. Torpedo, centerline torpedo tubes on up to 7,000, which are, well, kind of light heavy cruisers. And I'm pretty sure that exceeds the heaviest light cruisers we can build. Improved submarine reliability. Yada yada yada. Torpedo and damage an Italian destroyer, or dreadnought rather, excuse me. God damn it, they sunk the North Dakota now too. And the Constitution hit a mine in the Caribbean. How? It has to have been a friendly mine. I'm just gonna say that right now. Because an enemy mine does not make much sense in the Caribbean. But so yeah, we're down to a single Wyoming. The Oregon. It's, you know what? Let's design a new dreadnought. The Oklahoma, sure, that's fine with me. No, those are... All triple turrets. Clear the torpedo tubes. Why the hell would I want those? No flight deck. 2 of those. Aft starboard superimposed. That's fine. Yeah, I'm fine with just 2 of those. Put those in dual gun mounts. I want those to be 4-inch guns because their main purpose is going to be AA. Give it all the torpedo protection we can. Max out at 40. Go. Yeah, 16-inch guns are fine. I can make you a bit faster at 28, which I'm perfectly fine with. God, this is very lightweight, actually. Holy shit. What could I do if I make you, you know, as big as I can, which is 84,000 tons? Just out of curiosity, because I assume this is going to be an absolute behemoth. It'll take forever to build, but holy crap, will you not die? I assume. Now, I'm hoping you'll be like the American version of a Bismarck type thing. Just unlike the Bismarck, you won't sink. We'll kick that up to 3, actually, I think. Because why not? Thicker belt. Actually, quite a bit thicker since I'm... Well, so... You have so much displacement, there's no need to use magazine box. We'll kick the largest belt we can on this thing, though. And 6-inch deck? Nope, that's too heavy. 5. Yeah, that's fine with me. Turret top, we'll move that up to 5 as well, I think. Again, this thing will take forever to build. And I could make you long-range diesel. Typically there's no need to do it though, so we're not going to. Granted, diesel does have some advantages. So diesel has less of a penalty to weight usage when you do long or extreme range for your ships. However, but it also has the benefit that ships accelerate faster with diesel. So you know what, we're gonna do that. We're gonna go ahead and start switching over to diesel now, because I kind of like having ships that accelerate faster. I just don't know if I want to do magazine box, because as it stands right now, that's 20 inches of belt armor basically everywhere that the belt exists, which is everywhere. Even on top of areas where you don't really need it. But if I take that away, I need to figure out a way to use up a whole hell of a lot of extra space that I don't really need. Because basically the maximum displacement I can have unused is 4,200 tons in this case. If only I had 5-inch dual-purpose guns, I could use those. Those would help a little bit. Not much, actually. Let's make some of that stuff heavier. It still leaves me with time. Okay. I guess now we just... 30 knots, I think, is nice. And now we just decrease the size of the ship, I guess. Until it stops complaining about unused displacement. There we go. Up, and now you complain again. There we go. Still gonna take forever to build though. 30 months, which, I mean, is fine, whatever. Or I can slap bigger guns. Nice, big old 20-inch guns, which are overkill. To be honest, I'd probably go with 18s actually, because we actually also have decent... Yeah, you know what? We're gonna go with a ridiculous design here, because this is late game and we have no real enemies anymore. The British are our only real threats. And even then, that's kind of a stretch. Once this war is over. This is fine, yeah. So, 12 18-inch guns, 150 rounds per. 20-inch belt, magazine box, inclined bell, which should give a 10% roughly increased armor effectiveness. I don't actually recall. What's the fastest dreadnought that exists? 30. As of when I updated that. That's fine with me, yeah. I'll be just as fast as of when I updated that the fastest. Which should still be fairly accurate, I imagine. But yeah, we'll do this. This is a behemoth of a design. We could make it even bigger, but I don't really have anything I can do with it if I make it even bigger, to be honest. So, yeah. We'll do that. That's fine. Also, it's okay. Well, I'm gonna off-screen this. Well, no, we can do this real quick, I think. Will you let me do this? I know there's a turret that I'm missing. And I don't know which turret it is. Because as we know, the British have a battlecruiser design, the Invincible here, that actually has the all-forward. But I don't know what design it is, or what turret it is I'm missing for that, off the top of my head. I'm trying to think. Because I have X and B. Right? I have B, right? Yeah, I have B. And X is the aft superimposed. So I don't know what I'm missing. But I'm missing something. Oh well, whatever. We're gonna end this part here. I'll design a new battlecruiser off screen, I think. But I'll see you all next time. Until then, goodbye and farewell.